My name is Arif Malik and you are watching my channel Arif Biology. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter जिसका नाम है Human Health and Disease. First we will study about what's human health and what's immune system, how our human health is developed actually, how it's maintained. Then we see how the disease occurs in humans. The first we will know about the human health. So we will know first what's health. What's actually health? Health is actually well-being in all aspects, like physically, mentally, socially, and sexually. When a person is physically, mentally, socially, sexually fit, then we can call this person is he's a healthy person. Now, our health is maintained by immune system. So how our health is maintained by immune system? You people are mostly wondered what's immune system. Immune system is actually something, that system present inside a living organism which protects us from the different kinds of disease. So what's immune system? Immune system is a vast system, that is the mechanism. ठीक है ना? Immune system is a system present inside a living organism which protects us from the foreign pathogens, like bacteria, pathogens, microbes, and keep us safe. ठीक है ना? This is immune system. So I will write here what's immunity actually. Our immune system has immunity. In simple or 2 or 3 words, if I write, immunity is actually resistance against antigens. Don't get wonder what's antigen. Antigen is actually any microbe, bacteria, virus, protozoan, fungi, etc. These are antigens. So it is resistance against antigens. ठीक है ना? Means this immunity protects our body from these harmful antigens. Our immune system works like its mechanism, like if I understand you with example, our immune system works like a coop and mob. What is the function of coop? Coop is actually supposed to in a village in order to protect people from the thieves, from the mobs, from the other harmful peoples. ठीक है ना? Now, whenever any mob tries to enter in this area, means this area where this coop is present, so this coop stops this mob. ठीक है ना? So this coop stops this mob. Why it stops? It stops this mob in order to, because ये इन लोगों को कोई harm नहीं पहुंचाना चाहिए. That's why we have immune system, and our immune system works like same coop. It works like a coop. Now, sometimes any organism lack immunity. So, lack of immunity is called. It is called immunodeficiency, or it's called immunodeficiency, or it's called susceptibility. It's called immunodeficiency or susceptibility. What susceptibility? Susceptibility is, or immunodeficiency is, lack of immunity inside living organism. ठीक है ना? Now, our immunity is of two types. Immunity is of two types. The first one is innate and next one is acquired. Before going to this, I will tell you another point, that is study of various aspects of immunity is called immunology. What's immunology? Immunology is actually study of various aspects of immune system. ठीक है ना? Now, our immune system is of two types. First is innate and acquired. Today we will discuss in this topic innate. What's innate immunity actually? Innate immunity means which is present from birth. Innate means inborn. It is inborn immunity. We can also say that it's present from the time of birth. Second point important about the innate immunity is it's non-specific. What's non-specific? It's non-specific. Non-specific actually, this innate immunity is firstly, पहले मैंने क्या कहा, this innate immunity is inborn, means it's inherited from or inherited from parents. This innate immunity is actually inherited from parents by an organism. ये एक organism को ये immunity उसके parents से मिलती है. Second is here non-specific. The non-specific is actually, that is, this innate immunity does not want to know about the pathogen. ठीक है ना? This innate type of immunity, again I am telling you, this innate type of immunity do not want to know about the antigen, whether it is a virus, micro, fungi, etc. So it only knows to produce response. ठीक है ना? ये हमेशा सिर्फ क्या करती हैं? रेस्पॉन्स करना जानती हैं. It does not want to know the history of pathogen. ठीक है ना? That's why it's called non-specific. Second, it's less diversity. Diversity means it's less diversity. Less diversity means these are produced in small quantities. In, और ये भी हम कह सकते हैं, not produced in bulk quantity. ये उतनी क्वांटिटी में या नहीं प्रोड्यूस की जाती हैं. That's why it's called innate type of immunity. What's innate immunity? It's inborn. That means that an organism inherits this type of immunity from his parents. Now, second is non-specific. Non-specific means it does not want to know about the pathogen, how kind of pathogen is. It only knows to produce response. The second point about the innate immunity, it has a less diversity. I mean, it's produced in lesser quantity as compared to acquired. And acquired immunity is opposite of this. Means we will discuss this in the next topic. फिर भी मैं यहाँ बोलता हूँ थोड़ा सा. ये होती है specific. It has memory. The third point is it is high diversity. ठीक है ना? स्पेसिफिक है, मेमोरी होती है, इसकी हाई डाइवर्सिटी होती है. ठीक है ना? These are the some important point again about the acquired immunity. Now we will discuss this innate immunity further. Now let me discuss about the innate immunity. This innate immunity is of further 4 types. It's of further 4 types. That first is, that is physical. Second is physiological. The third one is cellular. And fourth one is, that is cytokinin. Let me discuss these one by one. The first we will discuss here, that is the physical barrier. ठीक है ना. Innate immunity is present actually in 4 types of barriers. What's barrier? Barrier is something which prevents or which hinders someone to go ahead. ठीक है ना. It works like an obstacle. Now we will discuss the first physical. What's physical type of immunity? Physical immunity. Physical, as the name indicates, it's physical. Physical means outer. ठीक है ना. Physical immunity mostly have skin and mucus. It's present in physical barrier or physical type of immunity is present in 2 forms. First is skin, another is mucus. Let me discuss about the skin. See, this is skin. This is the outer part. Suppose this is skin. This is the first layer जो बनी होती है simple squamous keratinized epithelium. This is the formation of first layer of skin. That is the simple squamous keratinized epithelium. Now, this simple squamous keratinized epithelium has another layer which is dead layer. इसको हम कहते हैं stratum corneum. Stratum corneum. It is dead layer and outer most layer. And another feature about this stratum corneum is it's replaced by new layer. It's always this stratum corneum is replaced by new layer and it's dead layer. When it gets dead and the older stratum corneum is shedded and is replaced by the next or another new layer. Now, this layer protects us. ठीक है ना. अगर कोई पैथोजन आ जाए, इंसेक्ट्स और वायरस, सो हमारी बॉडी में एंट्री करना चाहे, सो दिस लेयर प्रोटेक्ट्स अस. मींस दिस इज स्ट्रेटम कॉर्नियम एंड इट डज नॉट अलाउ टू पैथोजेन्स और एंटीजेन्स टू एंटर इनटू बॉडी. दिस इज सिक्योर. नाउ लेट मी डिस्कस अबाउट द म्यूकस. You know as mucus, we have the goblet cells. Goblet cells secrete what? It secretes mucus. Goblet cells, you know, it's present at the different parts of body and these cells secrete mucus. Example अगर मैं यहाँ पर बता दूँ आपको goblet cells. Suppose अगर आप अपने माउथ में देखो, माउथ में होता है saliva. So क्या होता है? This saliva shows cellular activities. इस सेलुलर एक्टिविटी की वजह से क्या होता है, जो मीन्स पैथोजेंस होते हैं, क्या होते हैं? पैथोजेंस क्या हो जाते हैं? ट्रैप. मैंने क्या बताया? गॉबलेट सेल्स सीक्रेट म्यूकस. ठीक है ना. एग्जांपल मैं यहां बता रहा हूं आपको माउथ हैज सलाइवा, दैट्स म्यूकस. सो व्हाट हैपेंस? इट शोज सेलुलर एक्टिविटी फ्रॉम दिस ट्राइकल पार्ट. ठीक है ना. इस ट्राइकल पार्ट से क्या होता है? अगर कोई पैथोजन हमारी बॉडी में एंटर हो जाए, पैथोजन क्या हो जाता है? ट्रैप हो जाता है. किस में? पैथोजन इज ट्रैप्ड इनटू दिस म्यूकस. ये म्यूकस फिर से दिखाता है क्या? सेल्यूलर एक्टिविटी. इस सेल्यूलर एक्टिविटी की वजह से क्या होता है? फिर कम्स आउट ऑफ बॉडी. सिंपल में फिर आपको बता दूं, म्यूकस है. म्यूकस क्या है? गॉबलेट सेल्स सिक्रीट करती हैं. जो म्यूकस हमारे ट्रैकिया में होता है, एग्जांपल मैं उसी की यहाँ पर बता रहा हूँ, और डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ बॉडी में प्रेजेंट होता है. सो मैं यहाँ माउथ बता रहा हूँ आपको. फिर जब ट्रैकिया में कोई पैथोजन चले जाता है, कोई फॉरेन पार्टिकल और डस्ट पार्टिकल चले जाता है अंदर, तो क्या होता है? दिस सलाइवा शोज द सेल्युलर एक्टिविटीज. ड्यू टू दीज सेल्युलर एक्टिविटीज, दिस पैथोजेंस आर टेकन अवे बाय दीज म्यूकस, एंड दिस इज फिजिकल barrier. Now we will discuss the another barrier. As I already told you that innate immunity is of 4 types. It is of 4 types. First is physical. Now second is physiological. It is second actually. Physiological barriers. These physiological barriers are due to actually mucus and skin. फिजिकल में मैंने बताया these are due to mucus and skin, मगर यहाँ भी physiological barriers are also due to some phenomena of mucus and skin. कैसे होता है अब मैं आपको बताऊं. Suppose we have eyes. Our eyes do not have the skin layer. So how our eyes are protected from these pathogens? Our eyes are actually protected. We have here tears. These tears are secreted by the lacrimal glands. So these tears protects us from these foreign particles or antigens. ठीक है ना? अब यहाँ that's why I am telling here that physiological barrier is actually due to the phenomena of mucus and skin. ठीक है ना? Mucus and skin. Firstly, mucus में क्या होता है? That saliva. यहाँ skin में क्या होता है? That is sweat. First, let me tell you about the mucus. Then we will go about the skin. See the first. We have the tears. Tears and saliva. Tears are secreted by lacrimal glands. Saliva हमने देखा mucus glands से निकलते हैं ये. That is goblet cells इन्हें secrete करती हैं. ठीक है ना? अब क्या होगा? These secrete lysozymes. What's lysozymes? I will tell you. Lysozymes are enzymes. क्या होता है? Sometimes we eat the food and this food contains the lot of pathogens, that's antigens, and these antigens are killed by these lysozymes because these lysozymes have low pH. They are mean acidic type, so they kill these foreign particles. And tears are secreted by lacrimal glands. They also do the same function like the lysozymes. ठीक है? It do not allow the foreign particles to invade inside the body. We have the next, that's cerumen. Cerumen is what? Cerumen is actually earwax. Cerumen is earwax. It's waxy. So what is the function of cerumen? Function of cerumen is present in ear. It's earwax. That's its waxy type. So it traps the pathogens. ये pathogens को trap करता है and do not allow them to invade inside our body. That is cerumen. Now our body also has the as I already told you that about the skin. You people know that skin produce actually sweat. Skin क्या produce करती है? Sweat. Sweat क्या होता है? Sweat is that is alkaline होता है थोड़ा. This sweat also protects our body from the pathogens. ठीक है ना? Now we have also जो मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ urine. Urine due to pH. Urine का pH होता है that's 6.8 perhaps. Urine with little acidic होता है. अब क्या होता है? This urine also excretes lot of the harmful products from our body. और एक हमारे पास क्या होता है इसके अलावा अगर हम देखें also we have HCl in gastric glands. That's stomach. Stomach has pH that is 1.8. This is acidic. If any pathogen reaches up to our stomach, then our stomach degrades these pathogens due to acidic pH of HCl. We also have sweat glands, that is sweat glands. ठीक है ना? Sweat glands. Sweat glands are also known as sudoriferous glands. These sweat glands secrete what? Sweat, as I told here. We also have IL or sebum. It's also secreted by skin. ठीक है ना? These IL or sebum protects also our body. These all via the physiological barriers. Now let me discuss about the third barrier, that's cellular type of barrier. The third is cellular. Cellular barrier. It's like it's in the form of WBCs. WBCs में क्या होती है? न्यूट्रोफिल्स, monocytosis. Also we have the another types of cells, that's NK cells. We have the complement system, fever, also more than fever we have the inflammation. These are the different types of cellular barriers which are present inside a living organism, and these are WBCs, mostly neutrophils, monocytosis, then NK cells, complement system, fever, inflammation. Let me discuss one by one. First we will discuss here that WBCs, let me discuss the WBCs. WBCs are, that is, as I already told, monocytosis and that is neutrophils. As you know that WBCs हमने already एक chapter में पढ़ी हैं, वहाँ आप देख सकते हैं. WBC, that video is present on my YouTube channel, where I told you that WBCs are actually two types, agranulocytes and granulocytes. These monocytes are actually agranulocytes and neutrophils is actually granulocytes, and it's most abundant. And WBCs are mostly that protective defenses or defenses in our body. WBCs are the most important defenses in our body. So these are most abundant, that's up to 60 to 65%. And monocytosis, these are also present in 20 to 25%. ठीक है ना? Monocytosis. These neutrophils are also known as PMNL, that is polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Leukocytes are what? Leukocytes are WBCs. So these are, P stands for poly, M stands for morpho, N stands for nuclear, L stands for lymphocytes. होती कैसे हैं? Means जो इनका nucleus होता है, this nucleus is of polymorphic, means it has 7 lobes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So monocytosis has nucleus which is bean shaped, and neutrophils have 7 lobed, or we can say multi-lobed, and neutrophils are also known as PMNL. There both of them has the important function, that is phagocytosis. What is phagocytosis, students? Phagocytosis is engulfing the means pathogens. Engulfing the pathogens. ठीक है ना? इनकी जो मोस्ट फंक्शन होती है, दैट्स engulfing. They show phagocytosis means engulfing the other dead cells or the pathogens. ठीक है ना? This is monocytosis and neutrophil. Remember, their function is mostly, that is phagocytosis. Now let me go about the, that is macrophages. मोस्टली आपने सुना होगा अबाउट द मैक्रोफेज। मैक्रोफेज की ऑल्सो जो फंक्शन होती है दैट इज फैगोसाइटोसिस। ठीक है ना, मैक्रोफेज की जो फंक्शन होती है दैट इज फैगोसाइट। व्हाट्स एक्चुअली फैगोसाइट मैक्रोफेज? मैक्रोफेज आर एक्चुअली मोनोसाइटोसिस। So these are wandering or circulating in blood stream. क्या होता है? These monocytes are wandering in or circulating in blood stream up to 8 hours. After 8 hours क्या होता है? They enlarge. Monocytes, as I told, these are wandering, or we can say that they are continuously circulating in our blood up to the 8 hours. After 8 hours, what happens? These enlarges in size. After enlarging in size, they enter in tissues. Enter in, that is, tissues. When they enter in tissue, then they can stay for longer times. Then after entering into the tissue, they can stay there for longer times, and then they are known as macrophages. So what's actually macrophage? Macrophages are actually monocytosis, but when these monocytosis, these are wandering, circulating in our bloodstream after 8 hours. After 8 hours, they enlarge in size. After enlarging the size, they enters into the tissues. When they enter into the tissues, then what happens? These stay there for longer times, and as they enter into the tissues, then we can call them as a macrophage. So monocytosis, actually macrophages are actually monocytosis, and when the monocytosis enter into the tissue, then they are macrophages. ठीक है ना? Now another name about the macrophages is they are, we can call them that joint phagocytosis. They show joint phagocytosis. ठीक है ना? ये दोनों मिलकर फंक्शन करती हैं. मोनोसाइटस टिश्यू में चले जाती हैं, देन आर नोन एज मैक्रोफेज. ऐसे ही रहें तो क्या होती हैं? मोनोसाइटस. And these macrophages are of two types. That's how many types it has? It's two types. The first is wandering. The first one time is that is wandering macrophage. The second one is specialized. Specialized macrophage. क्या है ये? Specialized macrophages, or we can also call them fixed these are specialized, or we can also call them fixed macrophages. ठीक है ना? Fixed or specialized macrophages. So wandering is they are continuous wandering, continuous circulating in blood. ठीक है ना? These specialized or fixed are, that is, these are specialized at particular sites. Means wandering जो macrophages होती हैं, these are wandering, circulating in our bloodstream, and these specialized are fixed at a particular places of our body. Now these specialized or fixed macrophages are of further होती है, that's यहाँ पर क्या हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, that is phase which that fixed or specialized or fixed macrophage. Example अगर हम पढ़े यहाँ पर, that is histocytes. Histocytes are present in connective tissue. ठीक है ना? हिस्टोसाइट्स के अलावा होती हैं that is ओस्टोसाइट्स और ओस्टोक्लास्ट्स. Osteoclasts are in bones, or we have Kupffer cells. Kupffer cells are in liver. We have the we have the Husserl cells. Husserl cells is present in thymus. More than we have the Hofbauer cells. Hofbauer cells is present at placenta. We have more, like we have also that microglia. Microglia is present at where they are present in CNS or brain. We have also some another types of cells जो हम यहाँ पर लिखे हैं, ये आप याद रखो. Macrophage, that is fixed macrophage. Microglia, CNS and brain. Histiocytes in connective tissue. Osteoclasts in bones, and Kupffer cells in liver. Husserl cells in thymus, and Hofbauer cells is present in the placenta. We also have here, that is glomerular mesangial cells. These glomerular mesangial cells are present at that is kidneys. ठीक है ना. We have also the dust cells. Dust cells are present in lungs. So these are the different types of fixed or specialized macrophages. Now, after हमने cells देखे किसमें, that is cellular barriers में, then we have here another types of NK cells. NK cells. NK stands for that's natural killer cells. Natural killer cells. What are natural killer cells? Natural killer cells are present in, that's they are present in thymus, spleen. They are present at thymus, spleen, RBCs, and lymph nodes. So NK cells, that's natural cells, are present firstly in thymus, spleen, RBCs, and lymph nodes. Now, these natural killer cells actually these kill in two ways. These natural killer cells kill actually in the two ways. The first is these NK cells secrete a type of proteins. These NK cells secrete proteins. उन proteins को हम क्या नाम देते हैं? These are known as porphyrins. These porphyrins क्या करते हैं? These porphyrins make holes. कहाँ पर? Plasma membrane of microbe. जो भी एंटीजन दैट्स माइक्रो पैथोजन हमारी बॉडी में एंटर होता है उसे पोर्स कर देते हैं. कौन? ये प्रोटीन्स. दीज आर पोर्फोरिन्स. ठीक है ना. देन क्या होता है? सेल bursts. When the cell bursts, means this is cell, this is microbe. So what happens? This is the cytoplasm of microbe. So these porphyrins induce that make pores in cell. When the pores occur in cell, then जब किसी चीज में pores हो जाते हैं, when pores occur in some organism, so it's most tough to live. ठीक है ना. जब किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म में पोर्स हो जाते हैं, देन उस ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए मुश्किल हो जाता है जिंदा रहना. तो क्या होता है? जब ये पोर्फोरिन्स यहाँ पर होल्स कर देंगे, इसकी वजह से क्या होगा? दी साइटोप्लाज्म कम आउट, दी साइटोप्लाज्म ooze out. When the cytoplasm ooze out, so क्या होगा? दिस माइक्रोब श्रिंक्स, हैंस दिस माइक्रोब डाइज। जब डाई होता है इसके बाद इसकी फैगोसाइटस होती है, वो फैगोसाइटस कौन करती है, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ डब्ल्यूबीसी जो हमने देखे। दिस इज फर्स्ट वे। इन द सेकंड वे, as I already told, these NK natural killer cells kills in two way. The first is that it produces proteins called porphyrin. The second type is that is apoptosis. What's apoptosis? Apoptosis is actually natural cell death. Apoptosis is what? Apoptosis is natural cell death. क्या होता है, नेचुरली सेल क्या कर देती है, दीज एनके सेल्स किल नेचुरली डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ हार्मफुल जो होती हैं, और वी कैन से द कैंसर सेल्स जो होती हैं और माइक्रोब्स जो होते हैं, उनको ये नेचुरली किल कर देती हैं। दैट्स व्हाई द एपोटोसिस मींस नेचुरल सेल डेथ। सो एनके सेल्स किल्स इन टू वे। द apoptosis means natural cell death, and in the second way produce proteins porphyrin which produce the or induce the pores inside the microbes. After the pores, the cytoplasm of microbe ooze out, and due to which the microbe dies and is hence engulfed or phagocytosis by different kinds of leukocytes. Now इसके बाद हम पढ़ेंगे complement system. It's important. Complement system. Complement system. Complement system is what actually? It is. These are actually 20 kinds of proteins. क्या होते हैं? 20 kinds of proteins. Many of which, जो उनमें से कुछ होते हैं, many of which are enzyme precursors. So what's actually complement system? Complement system is actually group of or 20 kinds of proteins, ठीक है ना, which are many of which are enzyme precursors. अब क्या होता है, these proteins are produced by, इन्हें कौन प्रोड्यूस करता है, these are produced by liver. इन्हें प्रोड्यूस कौन करता है, liver. मैंने क्या बताया, these are group of or 20 kinds of proteins, many of which are enzyme precursors, and these 20 kinds of proteins are produced by liver. अब क्या होता है, after liver they are circulating in blood, ठीक है ना, ये ब्लड में होता है, सर्कुलेट कंटिन्यू करती रहती है, किसमें, दैट इज ब्लड में, blood and plasma membrane. This blood is including serum. अब क्या होता है, so these are circulating in blood, that's in blood including serum and in plasma membrane. इसके बाद क्या होता है, जब ये सर्कुलेट करती रहती हैं ब्लड में एंड प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन में, इसके बाद ये क्या काम करती हैं, सपोज दिस इज माइक्रोब एंड प्रोड्यूस होल्स इन माइक्रोब. दीज actually complement system जो है, it's vast type of topic. I will discuss in another topic separately. So for present I am telling you that these are 20 kinds of group of proteins which are actually, many of them are enzyme precursors, and these are produced by liver, and these are complementary. These kinds of 20 proteins are continuously circulating in blood including serum and in plasma membrane. उसके बाद क्या होता है, ये जब सर्कुलेट करती रहती हैं तो ये प्रोड्यूस करती हैं उसके बाद होल्स इन माइक्रोब में, ठीक है ना. लेट मी अंडरस्टैंड यू बाय डायग्राम. सपोज दिस इज माइक्रोब. माइक्रोब में इसने क्या की, होल्स, दीज इंड्यूस डिफरेंट होल्स लाइक दी, जो हमने लाइक एनके सेल्स. व्हेन होल्स ऑकर्स इन माइक्रोब, सो व्हाट्स डिफरेंट इन कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सिस्टम. जो हमने एनके सेल्स में भी यही फिनोमिना होता था, लेकिन कॉम्प्लीमेंट सिस्टम में भी होल्स होते हैं, लेकिन थोड़ी जो उसके बाद फिनोमिना है दैट्स डिफरेंट. अब क्या होगा, माइक्रोब में वाटर एंटर होगा, वाटर or fluids. When these fluids or water entered into this microbe, after entering this fluid inside the microbe, this will swell. Micro will swell. ऐसा हो जाता है, swelling हो जाती है. After swelling, it will burst out, and hence it is killed by these 20 kinds of proteins. It is complementary system. Cellular barriers also kill us in case of fever. फीवर में क्या हो जाता है, दैट इज जब बॉडी में फीवर हो जाता है, सो बॉडी टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज एंड माइक्रोबल ग्रोथ डिक्रीज. फीवर इज ऑल्सो अ सेल्यूलर टाइप ऑफ बैरियर. क्या होता है इसमें, when the temperature of body increase and the microbial growth decrease due to high temperature, and fever is brought under control by a drug जिसको हम कहते हैं एस्पिरिन. ठीक है ना, remember this. Now after fever we have the inflammation. Inflammation में क्या होता है, inflammation में क्या होता है, when the microbe enter into body, when the microbe enter into our body, it ruptures our tissues, and when the tissues rupture tissues, when the tissue rupture होते हैं, then most cells produce actually 3 types of substance, that is histamine, serotonin and heparin. यहाँ पर ये क्या secrete करेंगी, that is histamine. हमें फंक्शन पता है. व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ हिस्टामिन? इट्स अ vasodilator. इट मेक्स द डाइल्यूशन ऑफ सेल्स. अब क्या होगा, यहां पर ये हिस्टामिन जब सिक्रीट होगा, ये ब्लड वेसल्स एंड कैपिलरीज की क्या हो जाएगी, डाइल्यूशन. वासोडाइल्यूशन मीन्स they get swollen. When they swallow, so what happen, the blood rushes towards this side. When the blood rushes towards this side and this side swallows more. जब ये more फिर swallow हो जाते हैं, उसके बाद इसका क्या होता है, that it bursts out. When it bursts out, hence all the microbial enzymes जो होते हैं उन्होंने produce किया हमारी body में, और extra things, these were oozed out, and this is inflammation. Now the last type of mechanism in our bodies, that is 4th type, is cytokinin barriers. That is 4th type, that is cytokinin barriers. Cytokinin barriers are actually present in 4 forms. That is, first is lymphokinase. उसके बाद क्या होती है, interleukinase. These are produced by WBCs. Then we have interferons. Remember, this interferon is most important. This interferon is secreted at the time of virus. When the virus attacks our body, then the innate immunity has the cytokinin type of barrier which produce interferons, and these interferons hesitate these viruses. ठीक है ना. Interleukins is another type. These are produced by the WBCs. Then we have the lymphokines. These play role in chemotoxicity. So this is the cytokinin barrier. Cytokinin barriers are lymphokines, interleukins, and interferons. Interferons is secreted mostly against the virus, and interleukins are produced by WBCs, and lymphokines play a role in chemotoxicity. And this is whole about the innate immunity. Let me tell the last point about the innate immunity. That is, मैंने आपको क्या बताया था, innate immunities are 4 types. That is physical, physiological, cellular, and cytokinin. So these two makes the first line of defense, and these two makes the second line of defense. Third line of defense we will discuss in that acquired immunity. So what is first line of defense? First line of defense is which is produced first. जब इन्फेक्शन होता है हमारी बॉडी में, उस टाइप हमें प्रोटेक्ट बैलेंस स्किन ही तो करती है. उसके बाद जो म्यूकस होता है एंड द फिजियोलॉजिकल बेरियर्स लाइक वी हैव द स्लाइव, वी हैव द एचसीएल, वी हैव द टीयर्स और sweat, etc. These things protects our body first. That's why this is known as the first line of defense. And the second line of defense is produced by cells or the cytokines. फिर उसके बाद ये प्रोड्यूस करती हैं आपने जो इन्हें प्रोटीन्स और एंजाइम प्रोड्यूस करने होते हैं. दिस फॉर्म्स द सेकंड काइंड ऑफ defense. So innate immunity forms two types of defense. That's first line of defense and second line of defense. And in next video we will discuss that acquired immunity. Thanks for watching my videos.